another Mix2Mold video. This one I'm going to be trying something new with mica. So this shell is just mica painted to the shell, and I think I did mix some pink in with the, I mixed some pink in with the Mix2Mold, but this is just mica that was brushed into this, and then I poured the mixture in and it came out like this. So today I'm going to be trying a tricolor version of this shell and want to see how it comes out. So I have these brushes I got from, I want to say, the craft section of the Dollar Tree, and I have these micas that I got in a box from Amazon. It was just a box of many micas. It says you can use these in soap. I probably would not use these in Bath and Body products, being that how cheap they actually were. So what I'm gonna do is brush 3 different colors into this seashell mold of this mica. I'm gonna start over here with purple. I'm gonna try to do this, whoops. Well, I guess purple's going in the middle. So I'm just gonna brush this in like that. And then I'm gonna use a different brush for the blue. I'm gonna put the blue on this side. Same thing, I'm just gonna brush it into the mold, trying to make sure it's touching all the different parts of the mold. And then I'll do a different brush for the pink. And this mica does clean out of these brushes pretty easily. Come in here with the pink. Pink's really light, so I'm gonna put a lot of it in here. And I think I want more purple down the middle. Get it down into the, I don't know, what is this called? I don't know what this is called, the little pointy parts of the shell. All right. And now I'm gonna mix up my Mix2Mold and get it ready to pour in. All right, in this container, I put 10 tablespoons of Mix2Mold, and I'm gonna do like 3 tablespoons, almost 4 tablespoons of water to this. It is a 3-to-1 ratio mixed by volume, not weight. I basically just eyeball it. When you first mix it, it's kind of got an oobleck consistency, and then as the water soaks into it, it will smooth out and become more easily pourable. You can see now it's really loosening up, and it's, you know, whatever's in there is getting activated by the water. So I'm just gonna scrape these bits off the side. And I'm a year late to this craft medium. I never even noticed this in the store until I saw it in the clearance section of Hobby Lobby. And I had been watching some videos of people using resin and Jesmonite. And when I was standing in Hobby Lobby, I was like, that's the same stuff. That is literally the same stuff. And it was on clearance. Ooh, it was super on clearance. And the molds were on clearance. The colorants were all on clearance. It was super cheap. So you can still buy it online. You can buy, I buy the tub. The tubs are still, whoops, for sale at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. I don't know if they're gonna stay as like regular stock, but I'm just gonna add a little bit more. I made a little too watery. So I don't know if they plan to keep these tubs in stock or if I literally just bought them all from my 2 local Hobby Lobbies and Michael's, and I will never get more. I'm not sure, but Resin, Jesmonite, I think there's other brands that are basically this same eco resin product. So now I'm going to pour into the shell. Try to just slowly, you can see it bubbles out of the edge as it seeps down into the shell. Kind of give it a squeeze to open it up and let that air out. This shell mold came as a 2-pack from Amazon. I think it was $10, maybe $7.99 or $8.99, I don't know. It wasn't too much. And I just really want to make sure there is no air in here. I don't care that it's bubbling over. I'm just going to tap to make sure I have no air bubbles. Feels hard right there. I don't know why it feels hard right there. I guess that's just the mold. Ha! What? Oh, you know what? It's probably this that I'm feeling. Silly me. All right. I think the air is all out. That's it. I have a little left. I know what I'm gonna do with it. I'm going to put a little bit of colorant in it. This is the Mix2Mold black. Just gonna swirl that in there. It's already getting thick. It's only been, what, 3 minutes? 4 maybe. And I'm gonna pour that into this tiny little mold, which isn't even round, which is kind of annoying me. I don't know how to make it a circle. It's just like kind of warped. It was warped right out of the package. That's a little bit. It's still oval shaped. They had shoved it inside something else that was in the box with it. And it's a little bit obnoxious. It came with this lid, this little lid mold too. So I have enough. Let's see if I can make some magic happen here. I cannot tell if this is on camera. Nope, not enough. So I'm gonna make a little bit more. I am going to scrape this. This is too full, and it is supposed to be a lid that fits inside the candle holder. So I'm just gonna take the extra out of there. And this one is not round. Ugh, that's annoying me. Maybe I can hold it. I'll hold it while it firms up. All right, I'm gonna come back and unmold these when they're firm. Okay, it's been an hour and I've got this little covered dish. Oh, I don't know what happened right there. Anyways, maybe I touched it earlier. This is the lid. This is one of the Mix2Mold sets, the bathroom set. And I hurt my thumb earlier today and it is really killing me. All right, this one's a little tricky with this big thick lip. All right, so good thing this is just an extra and I wasn't trying to do anything fancy with it because we ended up with a big bubble there and there. Top's kind of cool. Try to unmold this one. And this one's still not round. I tried to hold it round. Then I tried to shove it into this little cup to keep it round. I don't think it worked. So Try to unmold this guy. It's my right thumb, it hurts. I was trying to pry something open with a screwdriver and I slipped and banged into the top of my thumb. So my thumb's kind of useless today. So that's cool. That's a cool little dish. Looks very marbled. I love how the marbled effect. I bet this doesn't fit. Nope. Nope, does not fit. Maybe I could sand it down to fit, but that is not going to work. I have to figure out how to get that mold to be more circular. I don't know if warming it up and reshaping it would do the trick. All right. I'm really disappointed in how they packaged that. See, it's a bummer because it's kind of also oblong on the inside, which is where the problem is. Okay, here's our shell. I'm just gonna scrape off the spillage. Let's see if I can do this. This one, oh, this one's really thin and stretchy. So I'm just gonna pull it off this way. And I ended up with bubbles. I don't know if you can see those. That has to be where the mica was thick and not smoothed out. So that's kind of a bummer. And there's a bubble right there. But that being said, the mica did stick to the piece. So as a trial run, I'm very happy with this. I think this looks super cool. So next time I do it, I'm just going to make sure there are 0 clumps of mica, because clumps of mica cause these. And I do know that. I know that that happens. So I'm not sure why I left those clumps, but it's entirely possible to paint the mold with mica and give your piece a shimmering effect without putting any color into the mixture. Super fun. And you can see where the mica was thicker on this. So this will just rinse right out. I'm gonna put this in the soap bucket, in the bucket to be washed and clean it and probably try it again. So today's makes seashell container with a lid that does not fit. Otherwise, I think this is a tea light holder, but we're gonna have to figure that out. And I'm gonna try to do more of these. I think they're beautiful. I'm gonna try all the micas. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye. If you're using a hard container to mix this, I find that if you give it about 15 minutes, it's really easy to scrape the thickened stuff off. A little bit easier than getting the already completely dry and cured mixture out. So if you get it while it's still a little bit soft, it pretty much will scrape right out.